Imagine you have a business idea. You open a blank document, start planning, research competitors, watch YouTube videos, design a logo, create a website, buy a domain, choose brand colors. A few weeks later, you still haven't sold anything. Sound familiar? This happens to thousands of aspiring entrepreneurs every single day. They spend months building without ever discovering if anyone actually wants what they're creating. Now, imagine someone else with the exact same idea. Instead of spending months planning, they set a timer for 1 hour. They build the simplest version possible, share it online, get feedback, and improve it one step at a time. Who do you think learns faster? Today, I want to introduce a mindset that can dramatically reduce wasted time. I call it the 1 hour product. The goal isn't to build a perfect business in 60 minutes. The goal is to create the smallest useful product you can quickly enough to learn whether people actually find it valuable. Because in business, feedback is worth far more than assumptions. Let's start with a simple question. Why do so many great ideas never become businesses? Most people blame fear or lack of money. But there's another reason. Perfectionism. People believe they need to launch something incredible, so they keep improving, adding features, changing designs, rewriting everything. Ironically, the longer they wait, the less likely they are to launch. Perfection feels productive, but often it's just procrastination wearing a disguise. Imagine someone wants to create an online budgeting tool. Instead of building an expensive app, they create a simple spreadsheet. It tracks income, expenses, savings. That's it. Within a day, real people are already using it. Some love it. Some point out missing features. Some ignore it completely. Every reaction teaches something valuable. Now, compare that with spending 6 months building software before hearing a single customer opinion. Which approach reduces risk? Exactly. Your first version only needs to answer one question. Does anyone actually want this? If the answer is no, you've only invested a small amount of time. If the answer is yes, now you know where to improve. Either way, you win. Because you've replaced guessing with evidence. So, what kinds of products can you build quickly? A budgeting spreadsheet, a Notion template, an AI prompt pack, a resume template, a standard operating procedure, a checklist, a meal planner, a social media content calendar, a client questionnaire, a pricing calculator. Notice something interesting. None of these require months of development. They solve one specific problem for one specific person. That's enough to begin testing demand. Here's the biggest mistake beginners make. They try to solve every problem at once. Imagine opening a restaurant. Instead of serving one amazing burger, you offer 200 different dishes. What happens? Everything becomes harder. The kitchen slows down. Quality drops. Customers get confused. Now imagine serving one outstanding burger. You perfect it. Customers love it. Only then do you expand the menu. Products work exactly the same way. There's another psychological reason this works. Our brains crave certainty. We want guarantees before taking action. We ask ourselves, what if nobody buys it? What if people don't like it? What if I fail? But notice something. Those questions can only be answered after you launch, not before. The market always knows more than your imagination. That's why shipping early is so powerful. Reality gives better feedback than endless planning. Now, imagine two creators. The first spends 6 months building one perfect product. The second creates 12 simple products over the same period. Some fail, some succeed. Each one teaches a lesson. By the end of the year, who understands customers better? Who has more experience? Who is more likely to discover a winning idea? Usually the second person. Because experience compounds. Every launch improves the next one. This doesn't mean quality doesn't matter. It absolutely does. But quality and complexity aren't the same thing. A simple checklist can be incredibly valuable if it saves someone from making costly mistakes. A one-page template can save hours of work. A spreadsheet can help families manage their finances. Customers don't measure value by file size. They measure value by results. If something solves a meaningful problem, people rarely care how simple it looks. Here's a simple exercise. The next time you have a business idea, don't ask, how can I build the complete version? Ask, what's the smallest useful version I can create today? Maybe it's one template, one guide, one calculator, one worksheet, one prompt collection, one framework. Then give it to real people. Watch how they use it. Listen to their questions. Notice where they get stuck. Those insights become your roadmap for version 2. So, what should you take away from all of this? Stop waiting until your product feels perfect. Start looking for the fastest way to create something genuinely useful. Build the simplest version that solves one clear problem. Then, ship it. Gather feedback, improve it, repeat. Because businesses don't become successful by guessing what customers want. They become successful by listening to customers over and over again. Remember, your first product isn't supposed to be your masterpiece. It's supposed to be your teacher. Every piece of feedback makes the next version better. Every launch teaches something no business book ever could. And sometimes, the smallest product you build today becomes the foundation for something much bigger tomorrow. Because successful businesses rarely begin with perfection. They begin with one useful idea, shared with real people, sooner rather than later.